Hello, I'm Leanne Wheelis-Lockridge, Interim Dean of the LSU Law Center, and on behalf of everyone at the Paula Mayberry Law Center, I want to welcome you to your virtual class reunion of 2020. We are celebrating tonight the LSU Law classes of 1975, 1980, 1985, 1990, 1995, 2000, and 2010. We want to thank all of our alumni who have joined us from all of those classes, and we're so glad that you are here with us tonight. Obviously, we wish things were different this year, and we wish we could have hosted you in a more traditional reunion format, but that was not to be. But we gave it some thought, and we realized that what really makes a reunion was worth your time isn't the building and it isn't the food, it's the people. It's the memories, the stories, the updates, and the news of current life that you share. The pandemic in particular is a stark reminder of how personal relationships are what makes things like this worthwhile. So we couldn't cancel. The show had to go on. So please enjoy your time this evening with your classmates. Please keep in touch with one another and with your alma mater afterward. And we thank you again for joining us and for your continued support of the Law Center. I also want to thank our Alumni Relations team, in particular, Karen Soniat and Gigi Gauthier, for putting this whole event together. Have a great evening.
I'm Tom Gallagher. I want to say hello, and I want to say congratulations to all our LSU Law alumni who are celebrating class reunions today. As you know, I had the great pleasure of serving as Dean of the LSU Law Center before becoming interim president earlier this year. But in addition, I taught at LSU for 12 years from 1986 to 1998. So I had the great pleasure of teaching many of you torts, admiralty, UCC sales, remedies. In fact, the class of 1990 was my very first torts class. Our class reunions are fabulous events, and I very much wish that we could be together in person. But the pandemic keeps us physically apart. Technology, thank God, allows us to be socially connected, even if physically apart. So I want to thank Interim Dean Leanne Lockridge and the entire Alumni Relations team for their hard work to bring us this virtual celebration. And of course, I want to thank all of you, our LSU Law alumni, for participating. Enjoy your class reunion.
We know a lot of you haven't been to the Law Center in a while, so a part of the Grand Tour is going to be to show you what's so modern about our law school today.
We've been rated the number 12 best value law school based on real outcomes compared to tuition costs. The clinical legal education program has transformed the culture of the school. Plus, we've brought back the 3+3 program with LSU, where students complete their 4th year of undergraduate work while enrolled in their 1st year of law school. Also, many students are taking advantage of our 5 dual degree programs with LSU, such as the Joint JD MBA program. As far as academics, we can boast one of the largest advocacy skills training programs in the nation. We have added a new certificate in energy law and policy as part of the Laborde Energy Law Center, and of course, we continue our traditional first place ranking on the Louisiana bar exam. Our living alumni now total over 10,000 strong, and our grads practice throughout the United States and the world. We've had 2 United States Supreme Court clerks, and of course, our talented faculty continue to make a name for themselves in the legal academy. In a few words, LSU Law provides an outstanding legal education program that prepares us for the real practice of law. I hope you're as proud of the school as we, the students, are.
The LSU Law Library may not look the same since when you last visited. For the past couple of years, the library has been going through extensive renovations to upgrade its technology and upgrade its comfort for the students. But one thing hasn't changed, and that is the sleepless nights and the countless hours that we spend in the library every day.
Welcome to the renovated LSU Law Student Lounge. This is a place where we can come to study, eat lunch, and hang out with friends. It's come a long way in the past years, and it's given us a place to hang out with friends and escape from classes. This is the LSU Law modern day locker room, and if you were wondering, there is still a wait list.
This is the LSU Law Courtroom, dedicated to David W. Robinson back in 2005. In this very room, we hold classes, have lectures, moot court trial competitions, trial ad competitions, and once a year, the First Circuit Court of Appeal holds their oral arguments here. Also once a year, our first year law students are put through the ring of fire where they get to argue their own oral arguments.
If you haven't been to the Law Center in the past 2 years, we now have this beautiful installation of art donated by Mr. Richard J. Dodson. It consists of all of these sea letters and passports signed by multiple presidents of the United States, and if you haven't had the chance to come back, you can read up on it at the LSU Law's website, and we also have audio recordings of the sea letters and passports as well.
This is the McKernan Auditorium. Here, the LSU Law Center hosts its largest of presentations, including guest speakers and lectures. While we do still have classes here, this room has been fitted with the most up-to-date audio and visual technology, making it a multi-purpose room. January 2019 marked the 10-year anniversary of our LSU Law Clinics. These clinics provide an opportunity for students to put what they've learned in the classroom into practice. Such clinics include the Parole and Reentry Clinic, the Immigration Clinic, the Mediation Clinic, and a clinic that I am personally a part of, the Prosecution Clinic, where we work alongside the District Attorney's Office in East Baton Rouge and put our practice into work. You may remember having to use classrooms to practice for moot court and trial ad. But now, thanks to our alumni, the LSU Law Center has raised over $100,000 for our brand new project, Classroom to Courtroom. Behind me is just one of 4 classrooms that the Law Center plans on remodeling to turn into a fully operating courtroom. This is just one of LSU Law's modern day classrooms. Our classrooms vary in size and can hold about 12 students to about 70 students. As you all may know, LSU is arguably #1 when it comes to education and professionalism. But LSU Law Administration realized that there was one more priority, and that was the students' mental health. Recently, the LSU Law Center has hired its own mental health counselor that's located right here in the LSU Law Center. Realizing this priority and taking care of the students' mental health is now one of the top priorities of LSU Law.
So what's it like to come to law school today? Student life is rich and exciting. We've won 20 national moot court championships in recent years, and we now have 6 internal advocacy competitions that help us to hone our advocacy skills. On the job front, some 91% of the most recent class of 2019 were employed within 10 months of graduation. As you can imagine, it might be financially difficult to attend law school with rates as high as they are. But we would like to thank our scholarship donors for continuing to make an impact in students' lives and allowing us the opportunity to attend such a great law school. We hope that you will donate to your class scholarship if you have not done so yet, and we truly appreciate everything that you've done for us.
And that concludes our tour. And just like every tour, we finished off on the front steps of the LSU Law Center.
And we hope that you've enjoyed our tour and that you can come back and visit us when it's safe to do so. And congrats on your reunion.